Good morning. As you see, we are in the bathroom and I apologize for the humming. I don't have my iPhone set up as my mic. We are just going straight vlogging style. The heat is on because it's very cold in NYC right now. A balmy 20 degrees. I just wanted to quickly say, if you want to see a full-on demo and first impressions, swatches, how I look like in natural light applying the new Fenty Beauty Retouch concealer, then please head over to that video. I'll make sure to leave the link down below and up above. We swatched and demoed the concealers as well as the powders. I have 3 shades. I have 300 for my highlighting shade, 330 for my all over, and 385 for my contour. I also managed to get 2 of the Retouch setting loose powders in the shades Honey and Banana. Now in my first video, I mistakenly, well, I guess I didn't really say anything about it because I insinuated that the complementary shade from concealer to foundation will be similar. Fenty Beauty made it so that it was complementary and not so much the same shade. I do have shade 330. Oh, look at all these foundations, man. We should do a declutter. I do have 330. It's very hard to see on the bottle, but this is 330 and I got 330 in the concealer, and they're again not meant to be the exact same shade because I think they wanted it to be an under eye shade appropriate for your foundation shade. I found it to be a different undertone altogether. The 330 concealer is very, well, it looks a little more neutral than the 330 in the foundation, and I actually prefer the 330 for the concealer all over my base shade wise. So I'm going to apply it the same way I did in my first impressions video. Just do the concealer, but you know what we're gonna do? I don't think I'm gonna set it, or should we? Should we set one side and leave the other bare? As much as I really want to use the powder, and I think it's a given that the powder is going to help with the longevity without a doubt, I think I'm just gonna do the concealers today without setting and see what happens. Right now in this season, I am combination normal, maybe actually more normal than anything than combination. I do get a little oiliness on my nose, but it's not nearly as much as I would be in the summertime. So we're gonna get on these concealers and speed through. Alright, I'm gonna go now apply some brows, my eyeshadow. It's gonna be so hard for me to not set my face because I am so accustomed to doing that, but just for the sake of this test, that's what we're gonna do. I'll be right back. Alright friends, makeup is done. I am fully committed. I didn't even apply blush. I did apply a little bit of highlighter right here just to give a little pop because I was looking a little flat and matte. But I think we're looking good so far. I used the Iluvsarahii and Colourpop eyeshadow palette for my eyes today. We did a little pinky red look. What do you like? You like it? So I'm gonna take you along with me today. It is Saturday. I have a class at 10:30. Then I'm going over to my friend Sam's house to train contortion. I'll take you along. We'll check back afterwards. Right now it is, let's check the time. Oh, it's dark. It is 8:56, friends. So it's dark in here. Oh my God. Around 9 a.m. start time. Let's see what this concealer can do in a day in the life of Alicia. We're back home. Look at the time. It is 4:10, friends. 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. 7 hours, not bad. I'm gonna get in real close for you guys so we see what we're dealing with. I went manual because I want for you to see. I thought it was a little too light for you to actually see the texture. So here's what we're looking at. Now for the most part, I would powder because I actually like how the powder makes it more velvet looking and soft focus looking. After I taught, I went to my friend Sam's house and we trained contortion for like 2 hours. I don't really sweat on my face, so I'm a really bad candidate when it comes to the sweat proof test. But here, let's just take a look how the under eyes look. I feel like the color kind of wore off a little bit. It wouldn't have if I set it. My blemishes are still peeking through, but not too much. I love how the contour looks on me. I feel like it's still there, it's still present, it's giving me a little more dimension. My forehead looks a little greasy, and the creases you could probably see a little bit here. But I'm just gonna spray water my face. I'm just gonna spray it on my face. This is just regular water. Let's pretend that we sweated. So here we go. So it does come off a little bit, I feel like. Does it a little bit? Let me see. Yeah, it's coming off a little bit, so I don't think it's completely sweat proof. But ideally though, when you sweat on your face, the key is that you don't rub to dry, you pat down to dry. I feel if you pat down to dry, you'll be safe. It's when you start with the swiping, you're no good, you know what I mean? Don't swipe. But even that, like, I feel like not a lot came off. You know, I'm deliberately like making, so there you go, you see that it does kind of come off. And I think because my skincare leaves my skin quite dewy-ish, I would say more plush. I feel like dewy is maybe a little too much for me. It's more like a plush finish after I'm done with my morning skin routine. And I like to apply my foundation on that type of textured skin because I feel it just melts better into the skin and leaves me with a smoother finish. And that's why it's imperative that I do set with powder, just so that this doesn't happen. I'm being very aggressive here, as you see, just so that in person what it actually does if I by chance rub against something. All in all though, I'm pleased with how my skin looks after 7 hours, and the fact that I didn't set with powder is not bad. And the reason I'm putting this to the test is because it is $26. If you insist on buying several shades instead of just one, not that it's a huge investment, but I want to make sure that you guys know the deets if you want to buy this concealer, if you think it's worth the money. I prefer this consistency over the foundation. I did stop by Sephora today, and do I have it with me? I forgot it, hold on. Don't mind my background, okay? This is very impromptu. I picked up 2 samples of the Fenty foundation. One of you has suggested that I try 310, because apparently that's the equivalent to the MAC Pro Longwear NC42. So let me see here. She said A is a 310. So let's take a look at how this shade turns up on me. 310. Oh, that could be something. Oh, that might be it. That might be it, yes. For kicks, I picked up 345 because that's like warm olive undertone. Here's the 310 and here is the 345. Before we get into this swatch, I quickly want to show you a picture that I took in Sephora of several concealer swatches on my hand. If you see, the 255, which I thought initially was going to be too light for me, might have been fine. And I say that because now I have 235. And how did that happen? The undertones could throw it off because 245 is significantly warmer than 300, and although in numbers 255 is lighter than 300, technically it doesn't appear to be because of the undertone. 255 is a lot warmer than 300, and that's why I opted for 300 because it's a lot more neutral, I guess, and not as warm. And it's tough for you guys who have to order online, you know what I mean? This I feel is gonna be like, I mean, this might be my summer color because this is like tan. I picked up 235 from Sephora, and it's like so weird because again, I have the 300 with me just so you can see, because remember I was going on and on and on 255, and I'm so sorry I don't have my mic set up, please forgive me. This is very impromptu. So this is 235, what I thought would be a good highlight shade for me, you know what I mean? And here is 300. Like, I can't even tell, I can't tell. 235 looks pinkier. don't you think? Look, I'm ruining this eyeshadow. It's fine, it's fine. I like 235 as like a super highlight shade, so I would just put it right here to really brighten the eye area, but that's about it. Now I want to try on 310 just to kind of see how that foundation goes, because back in the day when I first tried Fenty Beauty, I didn't have a great handle on my foundation application. Now from using different brushes and having my skincare routine down, I feel like I have it. I know what I'm doing. Try 310 tomorrow, see how it goes. Try it with the foundation. I'll get back to you on the community post or what have you, or maybe down in the comments, or I'll write something in the description box under this video. And of course, I'll leave the link for the first impressions video I did with the Instant Touch concealer and setting powder. And until then, friends, that's a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until then, I'll see you on here again with another tutorial, demo, chit chat, or review. Or vlog. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.